May 26th on this day, in 17, Roman general Germanicus celebrated his victory over the Germanic tribes, an event that demonstrated Rome's military strength on the northern frontier. In 1328, philosopher William of Ockham was forced to flee from Avignon by the order of Pope John XXII, highlighting the conflict between the Catholic Church and scholars during the Middle Ages. In 1647, a new law in the Massachusetts Bay Colony banned Catholic priests, imposing banishment or death for a second offense, reflecting the era's religious intolerance in colonial America. In 1667, mathematician Abraham de Moivre, known for his work in probability theory, was born. His contributions shaped modern statistics and actuarial science. In 1670, King Charles II of England and King Louis XIV of France signed a secret treaty at Dover, ending hostilities between the two countries and paving the way for future alliances. In 1691, Jacob Leisler, leader of a popular uprising in support of William and Mary's succession to the English throne, was executed for treason in New York. In 1736, British and Chickasaw forces defeated the French at the Battle of Acquia, which helped limit French expansion in North America. In 1831, Russian forces defeated Polish forces at the Battle of Ostrowenka during the November Uprising, weakening the Polish independence movement. In 1864, the United States organized the territory of Montana, opening the region to settlement and future statehood. In 1865, the last Confederate Army surrendered in Shreveport, Louisiana, marking a significant end to the American Civil War. In 1868, the impeachment trial of United States President Andrew Johnson ended with his acquittal in the Senate. He had been accused of bringing disgrace and ridicule upon Congress. In 1876, the Challenger Expedition, a groundbreaking oceanographic exploration conducted by the British Admiralty and the Royal Society, concluded successfully, greatly advancing the study of marine science. In 1895, American photographer Dorothea Lange was born. Her portraits of displaced farmers during the Great Depression had a lasting influence on documentary and journalistic photography. In 1896, the Dow Jones Industrial Average began with an average of 12 industrial stocks. Its initial daily closing value was 40.9, marking the start of one of the world's most important stock indices. In 1896, Nicholas II, the last Tsar of Russia, was crowned. His reign ultimately ended with the Russian Revolution. In 1897, Irish writer Bram Stoker published the Gothic horror novel Dracula, laying the foundation for an enduring genre of vampire literature and film. In 1907, motion picture actor John Wayne was born in Winterset, Iowa. He later embodied the image of the strong, silent cowboy and soldier in American film. In 1908, at Masjed Soliman in southwest Persia, the first major commercial oil strike in the Middle East was made, with drilling rights acquired by the United Kingdom. This discovery had a substantial impact on the region's economy and global politics. In 1910, United States Army General George S. Patton married Beatrice Ayer, daughter of Frederick Ayer, at Beverly Farms Episcopal Church near Boston, Massachusetts. In 1923, the first 24 hours of Le Mans race for cars was held on public roads around Le Mans, France. French drivers André Lagache and René Léonard won the inaugural endurance competition, representing Chenard and Walker. In 1926, Miles Davis, a jazz trumpeter who became one of the major influences on modern jazz, was born in Alton, Illinois. In 1927, Henry Ford and the Ford Motor Company produced the last Model T, known as the Tin Lizzie, marking the end of production after building 15 million units and revolutionizing automobile ownership. In 1938, the United States House Un-American Activities Committee began investigating alleged communist activities. The committee, chaired by Martin Dees Jr., became known for high-profile cases such as that of Alger Hiss. In 1940, during World War II, the British began the evacuation of Allied troops from Dunkirk, France, in an operation that saved thousands of soldiers from advancing German forces. In 1948, South Africa elected a nationalist government under Daniel Francois Malan, which implemented the official policy of apartheid, enforcing racial segregation for decades. In 1951, Sally Ride, the first American woman to travel into space, was born. She later flew aboard the Space Shuttle Challenger in 1983. In 1958, San Francisco's Union Square was designated as a state historical landmark, recognizing its significance as a prominent public plaza. In 1961, a United States Air Force bomber set a new record by flying across the Atlantic Ocean in just over 3 hours, showcasing advancements in aviation speed. In 1967, the Beatles' album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band was rush-released by EMI in London and select markets, setting new standards for rock music and topping charts in both the United Kingdom and the United States. In 1969, the Apollo 10 mission returned safely to Earth after a successful lunar orbit, paving the way for the Apollo 11 moon landing. In 1970, the Tupolev Tu-144 became the first commercial transport aircraft to exceed Mach 2, advancing supersonic passenger aviation and preceding the Western Concorde. In 1972, the Soviet Union and the United States signed the Anti-Ballistic Missile Treaty, limiting anti-ballistic missile systems and contributing to arms control during the Cold War. In 1977, the movie Star Wars debuted, launching a groundbreaking film franchise and transforming popular culture worldwide. In 2004, United States Army veteran Terry Nichols was found guilty of 161 state murder charges for helping carry out the Oklahoma City bombing. In 2008, American director, producer, and actor Sidney Pollack passed away at age 73. He was acclaimed for films such as The Way We Were, Tootsie, and Out of Africa.
Subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's events.